And welcome everybody to our bonus features segment. First thing we're looking at here is the total electron content forecast, the CTIPE, which stands for coupled thermosphere, ionosphere, plasmasphere electrodynamics. Your GPS satellite must communicate through a lot of free electrons, especially around the equator at noon. That's the most likely place to see major GPS errors. So we show this daily just to give you some insight into the way space weather works into your daily life. Yeah, your GPS could be off by thousands of miles, so use Wi-Fi location accuracy if you're in a location shown up as red or orange here on the imagery. That's your total electron content forecast. So basically what that is the free electrons in between your GPS satellite and your handset through Plasmasphere 1, the inner Van Allen belt, and Plasmasphere 2, and also the upper atmosphere and so on. But yeah, that's what the total electron content forecast is looking at. We don't see any charging hazards. We've seen a return to more moderate levels of electron flux here. So here's a 1-year chart of the electron flux. And those are measured by the GO 16 and GO 17. There are their last 3 days of measurements. We're just sort of in a moderate range here now. Not really at warning levels. We could get into warning levels. Here's the forecast. And the forecast is right around where we would expect warning levels there. The green boxes are the forecast. The yellow diamonds are the observation. We'll also show the ionosphere, the bridge between Earth and space. Located at about 300 kilometers of altitude. The F layer is what we're showing here. And we're seeing some major anomalies over places like northern South America and the Eastern Pacific. So there you can see those sudden upticks there in vibrational frequency around South America. So some huge swings in the ionosphere happening right in that area. You can see those sudden shifts to 14 megahertz. Megahertz are millions of vibrations per second. And let's bring up the anomalygram to perhaps quantify that further. So some huge swings from low to high frequency anomaly there. This is the anomaly from the 30-day median. Keep in mind, folks, March is the second most geomagnetically effective month. The most activity on Earth happens in September as far as geomagnetism, and the second most is in March. It's not a coincidence that they're near the equinoxes. By the way, the equinox is the point where the Earth's equator crosses the Sun's equator. Anyway, there's the latest image. That's 12:45 Universal Time. And there's the anomalygram, 12:45 Universal Time. We've got additional bonus features. First, we'd like to thank you for viewing the videos and welcome you to the Neo Renaissance. So we've been making these videos for over 4 years now because, well, in the mid-90s, I noticed a huge hole in the realm of cosmology. And that hole is in the Rosetta Stone of cosmology, the sun. In other words, heliophysics are our basis for understanding the rest of the universe, folks. If you don't understand how the sun works, you certainly don't understand what's going on in distant galaxies. So I realized a deep dive was needed back in the mid-90s when I took college astronomy. And, well, I had to postpone that for things like pro sports. We've shown all of our designs here throughout the month of February. We'll be pulling some of these, if not most of these, down on March 1st. So if you've got a design here that you're looking at and you're considering picking up, do it now, or you may never get the chance again. You can find links below the video and on our homepage. Welcome to the Neo Renaissance. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. If you prefer to see the videos continue to be publicly visible, free for all to view, become a member of the Smash Team. Support us with a few dollars per month, maybe at the silver level for $2.99 or the gold level for $9.99 a month. Smashamash.com/SmashTeam, providing additional content a la Patreon with a superior subscription services website. We built it ourselves. And continuing on with our bonus features here, here is the ground-based solar observatory data from El Teide, Spain. Not quite as many filaments on the Earth-directed side of the sun here. There are still quite a few, though. You can see a prominence up here and some absorption features down here and up here. So quite a few filaments, not quite as many as a couple of days ago. The likelihood of coronal mass ejections in the earthly zone still quite high. despite not that many sunspots. Remember, folks, you don't need to see a solar flare for a coronal mass ejection. And let's move on to the latest intensitygram and latest colorized magnetogram. We show the refresh on purpose. It's almost like a live format, but not quite. So sunspot 2953 has degraded since yesterday. Sunspot 2954, this one here, has remained largely stable. 2955 has been growing ombre. So this is the most likely place to see solar flares, folks. This is now a beta gamma class sunspot group. Sunspot 2954 is just alpha class. And 2953, while it is beta class, it does appear to be degrading. In the southern hemisphere, a heapin' helpin' of nothing. Take a look at the GOES 16 before we show a couple more SDO movies and close out the bonus features segment. So there's the GOES 16 SUVI. Little crown prominence down here. See that little crown prominence down there? Crown prominences, folks, are associated with solar maximum. Because keep in mind, folks, throughout the solar cycle, the north solar polar field migrates all the way to the South Pole and vice versa. It's taken quite a while here, and you can even see in the ionized helium view this rather well-defined coronal hole at the South Pole. It's slowly making its way to the north, and all this activity that we're seeing is about 2 years early. As we ramp up the solar maximum, it may have been unexpected, and it looks nothing like a grand solar minimum. So here's a great close-up. My favorite wavelength overall, if I had to pick one, I would say it's 171 angstroms. Great view there of sunspot 2954 and 2955. And we'll close out with a full disk view. Once again, thanks viewers for tuning in. Make sure you press like, subscribe, share, etc. Tell your friends and foes about us. Leave us a nice comment. Leave us a mean comment. We don't mind. But in any case, may that solar wind be at your back.